Hey, what is up, everyone? This is Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, and today we are starting the 4th season of Batman the Animated Series, and it was switched over to the new Batman Adventures. And if there was any controversy about this show, it is on the 4th season, and if you're a fan at all, you know that reason is due to the fact that they changed all the character designs and the whole design and tone of the show, basically to make it easier to animate and quicker to get the product created. So a lot of people didn't like the change at first, and it grew on them, and a lot of people just hated the design, and it never grew on them. So overall, I'd say the design is okay. I'm just happy that they kept the voice actors and the overall tone of the show, except for the design. Like, they kept the great storytelling, the writing, the animation on the whole was great. I could understand that a lot of people didn't like it, especially because it's not what you're used to, and we're accustomed to seeing this great product done a certain way, so it could be jarring to first see. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, what is going on? But you get used to it, and the one thing that you never get used to is the Joker. The Joker is like the worst design to come from this. And if you saw him, you know why. He has just black eyes, like beady eyes, and they just look weird. And also he has no red lips, so I mean, you're taking away one of the major defining things of the character when you take away his red lips. So it's just weird. But overall, this series, it had a few more duds than the regular Batman the Animated Series in terms of episodes. Like, there are a few more weird episodes, but it's only 2 or 3. But overall, this season gave us some spectacular episodes, especially like Old Wounds, where we learn about how Robin became Nightwing, the first one, Dick Grayson. We get to see how Tim Drake became Robin. We get to see the episode Over the Edge, which is probably the most intense of all the Batman Animated Series episodes. And the storyline is great, and it just grips you. So, also Mad Love is in this one, which is one of the most iconic Batman the Animated Series stories ever because of Harley Quinn. So there are a lot of great episodes in the 4th season. A lot of people tend to forget that just because they hate the redesigns. But hopefully my Instagram page and doing these daily reviews will remind you of how good a lot of these episodes are. So let's get into this episode, Holiday Nights. That's basically 3 mini episodes in one. In the first one, we start off seeing Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. It's a couple of days before Christmas, and Harley Quinn is bored, as well as Poison Ivy, but Harley Quinn is voicing it, saying that she wants to do something, she wants to have fun, she wants to go shopping. So Poison Ivy and her, they get dolled up and they go to a party where Bruce Wayne is, and they decide to use Poison Ivy's mind control toxins on him, and they use him as a human ATM, buying whatever they want until they get rid of him, and then he comes back as Batman and stops him. So that was a cool little mini episode, and I like that it introduces you to some of the character designs. So you see how Poison Ivy looks, you see how Bruce looks in and out of his costume, so that is cool. The next one, we get taken to a shopping mall where we see Renee Montoya and Harvey Bullock undercover as Santa and an elf. Of course, Harvey Bullock's Santa. We also see Barbara Gordon doing some shopping there. And the reason they're undercover is because there's been a lot of shoplifting, and so they're trying to see if they could catch the perpetrator. And then we come to find that the perpetrator is 3 little kids. But there's a twist. When they're getting close to catching them, they come together and form one mega person, and they form Clayface. So Barbara, she changes into her Batgirl outfit, and we see Bullock and Montoya go after him. And together they take down Clayface. But again, we get to see the redesigns of a couple more characters. We get to see Harvey Bullock, Renee Montoya, and and they definitely look a little different. Not Montoya as much, but Bullock definitely has a different look to him. Barbara, out of the costume, doesn't look that different. She does look a little different, but in her Batgirl costume, she looks a lot different. It's a completely different design. It's not gray and blue anymore. It's more black with blue highlights. So that is cool to see. And Clayface, although you wouldn't think there's a lot they can change about him, he does look a little different. He has a different color palette about him. It's more of a dingy gray instead of a brownish, mud-looking skin. It's more gray and dingy. So that looks cool. And then we get to see the third part of this episode, which is New Year's Eve. Joker is about to kill a bunch of people before midnight. And we see Batman, and we see the newest Robin. Now, we don't get a backstory for him yet. We just see this little kid Robin. So I remember seeing him like, who the heck is that? Why aren't they talking about him? Why aren't they addressing this? But don't worry, they get to it. But yeah, you get to see the Joker's redesign. It's not good. It's like you get to see Commissioner Gordon's redesign, which is very cool. He has a little flat top. It's not the best, but it's still, at least they didn't go too crazy with him. Then you get to see the Robin costume design. That's cool. I like they switch it up and didn't make it like Dick Grayson's. That they did do some new stuff to it. But yeah, then there's a great scene at the end with Commissioner Gordon and Batman wishing each other Happy New Year, and that's an iconic scene as well. So, as an introduction episode to all this new design and to this fourth season, I think it is a good introduction episode. It touches on different people, different characters, kind of gets you used to the idea by not showing you too much, but showing you little samples of what they look like. And so, it's a good episode. And like I said, this fourth season as a whole, I would say, is very underrated and has some very classic episodes where if we didn't have this fourth season, I think we'd be missing out on a lot of great Batman mythology. So, that is it for today. Stick around. I will be doing an action figure review and posting that later today. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this week starts off well. Let's start the week off strong so we can finish strong. And I hope to see you guys soon. Have a good day.